What's the deal? What's up, yo? What goes on? Welcome to another Sunday Unfiltered. Feel free to open up your cams, unmute your mics, and guess we can get this show on the road, huh?
How you doing, bro?
Good. I'm guessing Javier's on the road or winning championships or whatever you wrote.
Yes, sir. His kid's murdering.
Interesting. You know them.
I don't know if he was able to win the.
Definitely on steroids.
They trade. They play sports. You're gonna be crazy. I don't know if they won the finals, but they did.
What is he at? What kind of tournament is it?
Soccer.
Soccer tournament. Damn.
They went to the finals, but I don't know if they won.
It was a one-day tournament. They just play all day.
Mm-hmm. They played like 4 hours apart.
Interesting. Wow. So, we closed bullish at all-time highs with no top wick at the end of last week. The weekly. And what happened here? It also doesn't have a bottom wick. So highly likely, the fact that there's no more range and we didn't grab orders, highly likely this week comes down. It might come down and flip, but come down at least at first it should. Now you might see this candle flip and be like, all right, Wiggs, well, you said it's gonna come down. Well, yeah, eventually, but within this candle for the week, right, coming down, right, you might see this candle do this, and eventually it'll close, right, for the weekly or whatever. But it'll still, dare I say, pulsate. It'll be a little bit parabolic. On the smaller time frame, you'll be able to tell that difference. The 4 hours pulling back, well, the daily's pulling back, 4 hours pulling back. Obviously, everything closed bullish at the end of last week on Friday. At the end of the day, you had this monster candle just finish out the day and close us out. Basically all-time highs. First thing we did off market open is if we're expecting a pullback, the market has just given that pullback. We can either look to establish a support because we've bounced off, right, a previous resistance. That turned into a support. That might turn into a support, right? We got a level here. We just bounced off of that perfectly. There's a level here. If you look down on probably on the 15, because you can tell there's a closure. So maybe it's, yeah, on the 15 right there. Perfect. So on the 15, that level runs perfectly across. Let's adjust it a little bit right there. So these are our ranges. We break below 2304. Highly likely we are heading down. Then the range will be here. You can actually, we'll probably never get here tonight, so you can use these ranges for London or New York tomorrow if you're trading them, because nothing's going to change throughout Asian session until we get to these ranges. And if we get to them London, New York, you can still use them. For now, we found a resistance. Are we going to hold it? Looks like a minor resistance, right? We've closed bearish on a 15, but that's about it. One time. Everything else Well, everything else has been bullish except the initial opening of this candle. We haven't had no bearish closures except these 15-minute candles come down. Sorry, that would be incorrect. We haven't had a 15 or we haven't had a bearish closure since this first pull down, and then we had that 15 close. Very weak. So highly likely what I'm expecting here, for the market to really retest the highs, it's gonna have to come back to 2304 and get a closure at this area, maybe even break it, come down, and then close back up. So I would expect at some point the market, right, to, or price here on the market to do this, right, come down here. But if we're expecting it to come down here to this area, right, because if it's gonna retest these highs, or if it's gonna come down any further, I'd first expect this area to be tapped, fill the range again, and then we're either gonna go down further to come up, or we're gonna bounce off of here to come up. In this case, what happens? Because we are in a smaller time frame range, what do we typically need to break out of a smaller time frame range? Right, we need a fake out most of the time, so you'll need to probably retest these highs and close back in range. Right, so if we can do something like that, this is what I will look for, to retest these lows, to either continue further down, or maybe for New York or London start looking for these buys to continue up to retest the highs. Highly likely this is what happens, and then if we are to retrace, continue most of the move, a lot of the move we're going to push already from somewhere in this area to down, or we're going to continue up to new all-time highs. But this would be a retest of the highs on the higher time frame. We've retested the push here on the smaller time frame. See, high, retested a high, but you're going to retest it on the higher time frame again. So can we break out of this little smaller time frame range, or was this little wick outside the range the reason for us to now push up? But if that's the case, I'm going to wait for a closure above here, because until then, with the massive bearish push we had off the rip, off the beginning of the session, I believe we can, this bullish push, whatever happens here, right, whatever we were just experiencing, whatever might happen, is setting us up for a fake out to eventually respect this and head down. This would be lovely to see. Anyway, capiche? Everybody got it? Any questions? No questions. I'm in buys on the 15-minute. Oof. I mean, the ranges, how big are the ranges here? They're probably massive, right? Because we've never, look at this. My level 2304, 2317. This is fucking 130 pips. Yeah, it's 30. I just, like, the market just opened. We had this massive push, and now in the smaller time frame, we're doing all this. You took the celery. Oh, wait. Which celery did you take? There's a couple here. You could have taken one here at the break of the high, considering we've tapped support already, or you could have taken one right there at the rebreak. All right. You took them either at like 23.13, or you took them at 23.10, 23.09. Right?
That's 23.13.6, like the.
Oh, 23.13, yeah. It came back down on you, right? I think long term, you're in such an area, like if you're willing to sit here and wait, like through the Asian session, it'll probably bounce through here a few more times. Like you can probably sit through this area. But I don't know what your risk is, right? If you don't over risk, you can legitimately sit through this area, understanding you're in the middle of a range that must get filled up and down again.
Yeah, no, I mean, I have stops like below that second 30-minute range. Yeah, that red box is.
You said you
like
don't have
100.
stops?
I mean, basically, don't have stops.
Yeah, I mean, you don't kind of need them here at this point. It's not gonna, if it rips, you close manually right here. Just, there's nothing to make you worry about stops or profits yet. So, like I'm saying, if you don't have risk, you can handle some drawdown here depending on the areas. And then if you get closures against you and the wicks against you, then yeah, start contemplating. And trading will be funny because like sometimes you'll see a position that you would take setting up against you, right? And you're afraid to take it because you're already, like, let's say you took a buy and then you see in the middle of your buy, right? You see a sell setting up, and you can't take that sell, right? Because you're in a buy. I mean, unless you like to hedge, but then like there's nothing wrong with closing out. Let's say that's where you realize if it's on a higher time frame and you realize you're in the wrong direction. There's nothing with closing and then opening a position in the other direction. But typically what happens is your initial thought is typically very well thought out, right? It takes a little while for you to do the analysis. And it's more of a solid play, a bigger play, a long-term play. Whether it may be like a few minutes longer, but it's still a more solid play typically. So what happens is you'll see a sell in the middle of your buy. You close out the buy, you can take that sell, and like you were in some drawdown, right? The sell gets you let's say you're in 25, 30 pips drawdown. The sell gets you your 10, 15 pips, but typically your buy position was solid as well, right? If you're profitable, those positions typically you just didn't wait it out, so it'll go back that 27. But you're not going to take the buys right over again because it doesn't really set up. It's just kind of mid position. So like it's a funky game we play as traders, and you have to really come to terms with your principles, right? Like are you willing to close out, take positions right away against you? Like it's like you're good enough. Why can't you gamble on being good enough, right? But it's, if you could just stick to shit that's necessary and get rid of the unnecessary, no matter how profitable sometimes the unnecessary shit is. Yo, saw the college fucking the women's.
My pineapple levels by literally 2 pips.
What was that?
I just missed my wick entry, but on my broker there's never top wick. But I was gonna take a pineapple literally 2 pips below that for the candle lowers. Oh.
You didn't get in?
No.
It's not a big deal. This shit will probably run. Because, like, if you realistically think about it, like, we've got to come up to 23.17 at the very least.
Yeah, exactly. That's where I level at.
And even if it retests the lows and continues driving, it'll have to find a support. So even let's say it just drives straight through down here. You got to realize the market can't fill the range without grabbing orders. You know, your pineapple should be somewhere at the bottom of this range when you find it holding support, if it does hold support. Or even like there's massive amount of range until you're wrong. I think until 22.97 you have to get closures below 22.97 to really be wrong here. So, you know, risk management. We gotta be okay. 150 pip stop here. But then you also have to be okay with closing out early. Let's say if the 4-hour closes right now against you, bearish like this, and you come down, first thing you do is you get a first 30 closure bearish, right? And then you get a next 30 come up, and it never comes up to 23.17. So you'll get something like this right off the 4 hour. If this happens, right? You have to be disciplined enough to realize, hey, this is happening. Okay, this is not good for me. This is against me. So if you see this happen off the rip on the 4 hour, let me adjust this. Ideally, you want to see a top wick, and that's where you get out 23.17, right? And that's probability will dictate that it will do that. But you got to be okay with the fact that if the first 30 off that 4 hour does this, right, and then this, you got to take this loss once it flips bearish here, right? Once this candle flips bearish, you got to take that loss. Highly likely it runs. Even if you get like a leg candle, what everybody's been saying, even if you get this, typically what happens with this, yeah, you'll get that initial pullback back in range, but then you'll get this. On the higher time frame, you'll still finish the move. The higher time frame, we'll still finish it. This is how the leg candle will look eventually. That initial support will hold, right? It'll pull back a little. So you gotta realize when you're wrong, or maybe realize that what's happening. Get pineapples here. Try to close out here on the first initial, or chance for your break even. When you see rejections on the smaller time frame. All right, so we closed on the hourly. The hourly closed bullish here. What I would do here, I don't think we'll really push. If we do, great. If we can tap here. Yeah, if we can tap 23, because I'd want to break the previous wick. Yeah, 23.024. I'll have a buy stop. Okay, expecting for us to come back up, and I won't have any buys. I'm gonna have a buy stop on a break of the highs of the hourly candle. What's good, Bougie? What up? Damn. Everybody 20 minutes late. Minute. You are 20 minutes late. Leaving work? Shit, do it in style. Jump up onto your desk, kick the fucking computer or the screen over. I don't know if you got them old school ones. Kick both and fucking yell, "I quit, you sons of bitches." Yo, there's some funny shit on YouTube. Like, people last day of work, if you guys search it up, I forgot who showed this to me. Like, there's some funny ass videos of people quitting their job. Like, search the funniest like job quittals or shit. Like, yo, there are people that really go out in style. Like, it's funny. Like, it's fucked up, but like some people really quit in style. This shit. It's a thing. It's a thing. Yo, who saw that reel I posted right before the stream with the two birds abusing the bird?
And the bird's trying to kill the cat.
Yo, they doing him dirty. He's hide. You know what he did? He went to hide under the neighbor's car, and he's just sitting right in front of right underneath the Lexus. Just because think about it. Like, by the time I saw it, And then by the time I grabbed my camera and showed it to my kids and turned the actual camera thing on, and then I had to move it from photo to video, switch the camera, like the birds chopped at him a good like 8 times before I even turned it on. Like if I had this shit from the beginning, it was so, because it was like chop, chop, and then the other one would fly up on top of him and he would go like this, and the other one get him again, pop. It wasn't like 2 or 3 times like on the video. They got him like 10, 15 times. I feel bad. It's a she too. Her name's Ash. Did that cat dirty. That's 2 Tweeties and a Sylvester. 2 cats. 2 birds, 1 cat. It's messed up. I saw it. And my kids, they started chasing all the birds. They was like, "You're not gonna bully our cat," and they just started chasing all the birds. Yo, it's hot as fuck in here. Why is it so hot? Bring this AC down. That shit down to like 68. Freezing everybody. F5 close. I would love if this shit could come back up in range. But not be it. I don't like the fact that this hourly closed bullish and the first thing we've done is come down, right? So even though I see us coming down on, on the small time frame, like see if we can get sells down to support here. We can't do it yet because there's a high chance it still flips bullish and comes up. What did it bounce off of here? Really don't have much data. Watching the Knicks game too. It's about to be halftime. So I was gonna say, anybody seen the women's national championship? Yeah. They suck. Oh, my bad, y'all. To all the ladies. To all the ladies in the place with style and grace. I mean, they are like, it was, honestly, it was entertaining. Like, I enjoyed watching it because of all the hype and everything, like all the stories around it and understanding that it's women, but they suck. I'm gonna get slapped. I can't post this now. Now there's gotta be a private fucking video that I can't post on YouTube. Not hating on them.
It's like the women fighting in the UFC. It's some of them are entertaining, but others are
yeah,
like watching amateurs.
Like you can't like, yeah, there's a small, very small minority of them that are like, actually there's like 3 or 4 powerhouse teams in college game that are entertaining, fun to watch. But the thing is, it's only fun when they play each other. Otherwise, and they only do that in the finals. Otherwise, throughout the year, 90% of the games are trash. Like there's like it's ugly. It looks really bad. But in the, like, when they show the UFC, like, because UFC don't put on like amateur shit, so like I'll watch UFC because like the ladies in there, that's top. And plus I ain't got no choice, like that should be in between the men fighting. I already got the pay-per-view. What the fuck am I gonna do? Turn off the channel because this one? No. We watching pay-per-view. I love hearing Joe Rogan scream. Oh! Shit. But yeah, like if I had a choice, like would like if it was like an all-women card, I probably not getting that pay-per-view.
The last women's fight, the 2 fights previous to that, they murdered each other. Amazing fights. And then this last one, it was like the most boringest fight I've ever seen. Like if nobody was trying.
Yeah. But there was some good undercards.
I think they were co-main, so you had to watch it.
You had to watch it. 15 about to close bearish here. What I will say is this. Top wick 23.14.167 in 30 seconds here. As long as the 15 closes with a bottom wick, we want a top wick 23.14 area .16.2. We get a top wick here, we're taking a flip of this 15 candle, of the next 15 candle. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No! Scratch that. Scratched. I guess we wait. Just a little bit longer. Yo, mosquitoes are getting out of control. I'm getting bit through like 2 pairs of pants. This is wild. And don't tell me, oh, your pant leg went up. Nah, this shit's at the kneecap. How the fuck they do that one? How they do that then, huh? Ah, fuck. Yo, these thumbnails about to look fucking incredible. About to up the thumbnail game once again.
Somebody gonna be creating them or still ChatGPT?
Nah, it'll be a mix. It'll be a mix of things.
Nice.
Damn. I want a fucking fat gyro plate right now with some not even Greek salad. I want some shepherd salad. Some shepherd salad, some mixed gyro. I want the one that's on like, what is that, 51st or 52nd Street in the city and 6th Avenue. The outside one where at like 3 in the morning the line is like 4 avenues deep. That one. The halal spot. Yeah. Wish I knew like a halal food truck or something. Have them bring it by here or something. Dude, all right, so we're getting this bottom wick initially, right, off the hour. I mean, we might not even come back up. Look at this 2 hour. Right? Look funny, right? Look, top wick. But can still break the highs. Because what do we know? Wicks are ranges, right? And this 2 hour, this just created this big range on top here. So whenever it finds support, we're going to fill this range on this wick. Got to find some support or guts to break the lows. Oh, damn, I forgot it's a school night. Damn, I got kids too? This is crazy. Yo. Respect to everyone that got kids and gets them dressed. Shout out to everybody. Gets them dressed every morning for school. Like, this shit is not easy. Get them dressed. Make sure they brush their teeth or help them with it if they babies cook for them. Make sure they're all nice and neat. You gotta do the hair. If you got girls, forget it. You gotta do hair, ponytails. You gotta brush the hair. Like, this shit takes time. Like, yo. So shout out to you. Oh, hold on a second, chat. Alright, 15. Flipped. Don't let him fool ya. Oh no. Just because it flipped doesn't mean it's coming up. All it did was just create a wick here. Also a range that we can fill. Is the music too loud? Nah, right? This shit's good. Uh-oh. 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 Where's that from? What song is that? Is that Aaliyah? Yeah. Damn, I can't even look that up. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna type in? Uh-oh?
I know exactly what song you're talking about.
What song is that? What up, Javier? What's the deal, bro? Tell me you won the ship. You're coming back home with the chip and a ring and a trophy. You driving home? Well, see, if you had a Tesla, second place, who won first? Don't even tell me where they live at. What's the drop the attic? Nah, you first. You won first. Don't even worry about it. You won first. Just drop that attic. Damn, congrats to the kids then. Yeah. It's amazing. And you had nothing to do with it. It was all the kids. It was the kids, man. Congrats, second place. That's wild. Yeah, I used to get second place sometimes, but like last time I got second place, there was only 2 fucking teams. And we got second place. W. Be like Uncle Wicks. Ooh, see that flip was fool's gold. for now. So last? No, I like to call it second. Ain't nobody gonna know there was only 2 teams until I tell them. That's like, you ever seen that? You know who Brian Scalabrine is? The basketball player? Fuck, what did he say? Like that like they made fun of him that he was like celebrating, or he made a post that he's like he won the championship, and the reporters wrote something like, we celebrating you were on the bench the whole playoff. He's like, yeah, but I still got a ring, and like 5 years from now ain't nobody gonna remember that, right? They just gonna know I got a ring, and if I tell them I played a little, they gonna believe it. Shit, 10 years from now I'll tell them I started. Shit, my kids, I'm gonna tell them I got MVP. They ain't gonna remember. All they gonna see is the trophy and the ring and me celebrating. It was like, why are you celebrating a win if you was on the bench? He's so funny, yo. He said, my kids, shit, I might even tell him I was the MVP. Or the Red Mamba, yeah, that's what they called him. Still got a ring before Melo. Everybody got a ring before Melo. Melo gonna need to go coach to get a ring. Scalabrini to go. Damn. What the fuck was that? That 5 minute. Oh, we're gonna come up here to 2309.07. It's gonna reject off of there. 2309.07. He's gonna tap here, bounce back down. Did he get there? Yo, this is wild if it works. Tell me this shit's gonna break down. I fucking called this shit out of that, huh? I don't know. Just shit I'm looking at and sample sizing. Might not. It might just drive straight up. But it tapped it like right where we wanted it. Said 2309.07. That's where it went. Oh wait. Should come up. Can we hold some support ski?
don't know how much longer I can play Tetris to distract myself.
Don't know how much longer you can what?
Play Tetris to distract myself from this drawdown.
Tell me you got one of those old school ones from the 90s that looks like a Game Boy.
I wish.
Those are the best ones. I got like 2 or 3 of them somewhere.
So you said you entered celery play on the 15-minute earlier?
Yeah.
We have.
He's at 23.13. You're running like 50 pips in drawdown.
Yeah, we have the same entry. I entered the same thing. I wasn't sure if I heard it correctly, so I didn't want to say.
You still in too?
Yeah, I'm still in.
I have
Yeah,
a
I'm just.
pineapple, but I just
I think you're kind of gotta wait here for closures.
hoping
But
to
like
see this
the good thing is every
close.
time it makes an all-time high and runs, it comes back, taps the previous all-time high, and then runs again. This is what it did here. Just tapped it right on the dot, the previous all-time high right here. It made it, it ran. Well, that wasn't the run. It tapped it. So you've kind of just tapped the previous all-time. And before this, it did that again also. Right here. Where? Fuck, I was looking at it earlier. Well, almost. Yeah. At this area. But the idea is the same. It basically just tapped it and it's coming up. You just want to find a support here in this area. So take solace in that and look the closures. Look at that. You closed respecting, right? Closed respecting. So if you're able to come down here and tap support and flip bullish, you can take a buy on the flip. Hold on a second, chat. Just got home, fix your plate. Yeah, I'm hungry too, but like it's chaos outside of this room. I just went out there. There were kids out the shower, going to bed, brushing teeth, changing, everybody. I'm like, oh, I'm starving. If I start going to get food, all the kids are like, no, I want to go get food with dad. And then it's like, there's nothing wrong with that, but like it won't let them get everything they need done before bed. I gotta wait it out. You were the beach. He was at the beach. Oh, how was the beach? I didn't do the beach. We went out, but not the beach because. Uh-oh, who's here? Hi, beautiful. Looks 11. Love you. Sweet dreams. Love you too. Close the door to my office, please. Thank you. Yeah, I figured. No, the older one's coughing, so no, we did. We went out and today we did the park, but yesterday was the opera. We did the opera. Don't fucking laugh. My kids love music and they enjoy classical music and opera and all kinds of shit. So yesterday was the opera. Yeah, we can just join the member in the membership purse. Said you have a Discord server. No, I don't have a Discord server. I have a channel within the Devious server. It's called the Clubhouse, where we chat and where we discuss positions if we're in them outside of the stream. But it's not a separate Devious. I mean, it's not a separate server. It's within the Devious server. You just need access to Wix9's Clubhouse. The Clubhouse. Do we have a link? Is the link in the description active? Hold on. Is Nightbot even here? Nightbot hasn't been active lately. I gotta check it out. Anybody got the link to the Discord? Wait, should we all have access to it? Yeah, if you signed up, if you're in the YouTubes, just DM me on Discord your YouTube name. If you DM me on Discord your YouTube name, I will give you access to the Clubhouse. I mean, it's dope because it's quiet and we're all discussing the same thing. Just like, right? It's not like 1,000 people chatting. Like 5-10 of us. And like, if I'm in a position and it's outside the stream, I'll usually discuss it over there. A lot of times, because US traders couldn't find a broker, we were discussing, different solutions in there and who's trading what on futures and where. And then every time, if I'm in a position I gotta close out the stream, I'll post my entries and pineapples and stops and TPs over there. Just the onion. Okay. Yeah, I'll check after stream and give access. Gotta wait here. Gotta wait, gotta wait. I'm having a battle inside my head right now over junk food. To eat or not to eat. It's a tough one. It's the worst battle ever. Yeah, because you know I might have smoked a little before this. Just a little bit. Conja got you ready to eat the kid's cereal? Yeah, I'm about to pull a green. You see what he be doing to the cereal? He bought some peanut butter puffs and then he put like 18 spoons of peanut butter into the bowl and then he put the peanut butter puffs in there and then he got some chocolate milk and put out not even no, he got some chocolate protein. He got the whole milk, whole life, that whole shit, chocolate, and then he poured in that, and that's what he ate with. Cinnamon Toast Crunch do be hitting. I have some. I gotta hide that shit. But Green, Green, I seen him eating that. I was like, damn. Like, that look good. But it's too, like, that looks really sweet. I'm afraid, like, my butt cheeks are gonna stick together. It's too sweet. Too fucking sweet. Hey, no Diddy. Yo, Diddy be out in public here. Diddy out and about, just rolling around through Miami, like, no issues. Spring break, no spring break, he's out. Damn, this 2-hour flipping again. It flipped once, didn't drive. Flipped the second time. If it re-breaks the lows on this 2 hours, it's gonna fill the SWIC. How much is a SWIC fill? Damn, 20 pips. That means we gotta close belows. Is it re-breaking the lows? Oh yeah, it re-broke its own lows, right? It's tough, I can't. Disrespect it. How's the 5? We got 2 minutes here on the 5. We don't fill the range on the 5 here. Maybe we get a closure with a bottom wick. Maybe we can do something about that. Well, that's the 15 too, right? That's the 15 closing. That's the lit candle here, right? If it closes like this. Come right back up against it. Welcome, Adam. Adam. I don't give a damn. But welcome, Adam. No, you gotta DM me, not in the Zoom. DM me on the Discord. Alright. Impossible Trader on the Discord. You talked to Don about the Clubhouse voice chat? No, he's been a little bit hard to reach. I did speak to him, but it wasn't on the phone. I spoke to him through text. There's the rebreak of the lows. Yeah, you're probably looking at it filling the range. It's going to be interesting. You might get this 15 close, no bottom wick, and drive straight back up, or drive through the range. I don't have a tell here. I don't have an edge here at the moment. But the 5 is so far below. He got 10 seconds left. It's kind of jumping, right? Yeah, 15 sort of a look candle. I've seen it fill the range. I've seen it come up here. I don't have a tell here. Eddie, where you got stops? He ain't stopping. Eddie ain't stopping.
Oh, I got some stops. And they're nowhere in sight.
Yeah.
We got daily drawdown limits.
Oh yeah.
High funds.
No, honestly, if we break the lows and fill the range past the lows, that's where my stop is, because we're most likely just going to continue coming down. I'm not looking to hold super steep.
That stops at 305. But that late candle playing out. It's the same thing that played out for Don's trade, just on the higher time frame that played out on the 4 hour. It literally looks exactly like that move too, with that traffic on the left hand as well. 4 hours on the.
What do you mean? Where he took the buy and he closed it?
Where he got the.
Oh.
What I say, he got like +5.
Thing is, this already has a top wick. This just came up. What a top wick on the 5 here too. This is lovely. Just wondering, can this pull up to the top of the range and we get a better entry on the 4 hour to retest the lows? Or will it just finish the range now? I'm not a big fan of the previous 15. But I do like the 5, and we opened up very nicely here. The rejection, 23093. Should wait for 4 to close. I'm most likely gonna do that because I think after the 4 hour, you'll have a lot more data. And let's say this flips and drives. 4-hour closes below here, you can probably take it off the rip. Right? You got range to come down. If it doesn't flip and drive, you just saved yourself, you know, the heartache. And let's say it pulls back up before the 4-hour closes. Yeah, you can probably spend the next hour or two pulling up, but you got to realize highly likely you're gonna, that pull up is a top wick for the next 4-hour, and you're gonna flip and come down further. So you'll probably get a better entry on the next 4-hour if it comes up. If it comes down, you don't miss anything. And if it stays right where it's at, or if it comes down and then rejects here, then you already understand you're forming support and you're looking for a different play. You're looking for a buy to retest the highs. That might eventually happen. Right? But this is, you don't miss out on anything going down through this area. Like, you don't miss anything. You have plenty of range here to get your W for the night, go to bed. You have plenty of range here if it pulls up. You have plenty of range here if it rejects and then comes up. You don't have to get this fill. You're having a 5 close bullish back in range. If it, there you go, right? And then the next candle is the 15 and 10 minutes, which might close bullish, and that'll also be the first 30 that probably that closes bullish and holds support on the 4-hour, right? The 1-hour will close bearish, but everything else closed bullish. So you'll probably get a 1-hour that comes down and then close back in range, or since we now established a smaller time frame support, that 1-hour is going to make a bottom wick, break the previous 1-hour low, and then drive up, and you're looking for the 4-hour top wick to be created. So you might fill this wick on the next 4-hour and then come up for the top wick on the 4-hour and then eventually break it or close bullish. So many ways this could go. Research. I feel like I got water in them. If we tap supply, flip, buy. We're gonna watch it fly straight to the sky. Three L's, no bueno. Ranges are big, but like I would not expect it to just run like this. The daily, the weekly, everything just opened. It already ran, right? It's got a range here, probably come up with a decision. And on the higher time frame, there's a high here. So even if you don't fill the range all the way to the top, which highly likely you will, probably even break 2330, You know, 23.17, 23.22, definitely in sight. Just got to be patient because you got to realize you might see, you know, the market turning around, and you might, you know, it takes a while to turn around. Like it does this. It just takes a long time to happen. Just gotta see what it's doing. Or it's gotta do this, so and respect this area. Uh-oh, gotta flip this too. Damn. These top wicks, right? It looks like it really wants to come down. The break of the lows here, one wick down, one wick. Like, it typically should not just drive up. It needs to find a support. Highly likely we get a closure at 2304 here. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's the last 5 of the 4 hour. Time to keep your impulses in check. Now, how often have we seen this? How often have we seen the market just finish out the range at like 858, 859, right? I don't know, some of you guys might be new, or like, what do you mean? I've never seen that. It happens. It attempted to come back up. I'd like to take it, but this last 5 minute of the 4 hour, I think I'd rather wait out the range. But nothing's stopping it from, you know, breaking the lows here. Just long term, not the best. Timing wise, right? Looks solid here pretty much on every time frame, but timing wise, 3 minutes to go. Not just the 15 or the 30 in the hourly, but the actual 4 hour candle. Three minutes. This is a long 3 minutes. The shit just bloop, 25 pips, boom, that's your session. But that's the, you know, eventually, I mean, maybe that's not a bad position to say, right? Because eventually you're still gonna expect to fill the range. Or are you, right? I don't know. Unless it all of a sudden just prints a massive bullish candle here. I don't know. See, previous time when it broke the all-time previous highs, it came down, tapped that area, and never came back to. Well, not for a while. Two minutes. Is it coming down? Yeah. Hourly closing below the range too. Yeah, but I mean, I just like timing way. We're 1 minute away from the 4-hour close. Like if it wants to fill the range here in the last minute, let it, right? The hourly's closing below the most recent, not the overall. It can definitely make a, you know, come straight up and never come back down here. You can, like, this is a possibility, right? This is a possibility here as well, like this. And you'll never see this again. See that level? Like, that's a possibility here. 60 seconds, chat. Oh, boom, volume. 1 minute to go. In the last 60 seconds, it broke the low of the 4-hour here, and it's finishing it out. Right? Would have been a really stressful 15-minute candle here, sitting here at the same price. 5 pip range. 20 seconds. Close, but no cigar. Should still do it. I mean, what's 5 more pips? Wow, 10 seconds here. The 4-hour is going to close really bearish. I want to take a sell. I can't. If it was below here, we're probably taking that sell off the rip. Damn, that came out fast off the rip. Look at that. Yeah. Is it the move though? Hour has no bottom wick. It's a lot of volume. Shit. For a new 4-hour. Bloop. Jeez. GG's. Jeez Louise. And that 30 close with no bottom wick, it's really tough here. I mean, maybe if you look at the 4-hour, you gotta realize this is range, right? How much range? This is 22 pips. Can't take a buy on the flip because we closed it below. If we closed at this area, a buy on the flip would be fine. We closed below, so we could just be making a bottom wick to continue to drive down. We need a bullish closure. No, I don't have the flip here. if it comes down, where's our range 2? Oh, we're past range 2. I'm not looking at it in those terms. I have, right, I have an understanding of range 1, range 2, but I also have an understanding, like, I feel like a more advanced understanding of how it works and when we're forming them. That sounds really douchey. Right, because according to the, to the way we trade, typically, range 1, right, range 2, somewhere in here, or could even say this, right, so this was your range 2 sell, this was your range 2, I mean, however you look at it, but I'm really zooming in on the price action, and I identify that on a much smaller time frame. And that's not our only play, right? Like, you don't necessarily need a range 2. You need it against the trend. But for now, we've been coming down. For our purposes, structure is bearish for the session purpose. I also believe we need to tap 2317 before we drive any further down. I mean, down to fill the range. That 5 closed below the range. So I will say this. It's a high chance we come up. But yeah, if we can tap at the very least 2306 here, 2306.4.5, and flip bearish, I'll take a sell in the break of the lows, because this 5 is just the first thing it does. So if it does flip here and break the lows, we'll take sells. If it continues up, we'll wait for a closure and see if we can get a closure back up in range above 2307, then bottom wick, and off we go back to the top. Tapped it. So if we can break the lows now, I'll have a position. But if it doesn't break the lows on this 5, it's got a full 2 minutes to do it, then we might wait for a 15 bullish closure here in about 6 minutes, a little longer. Still too soon to tell. But it tapped this resistance perfectly, right? We made that top wick where we wanted it. So if this 5 can flip bearish, great. If it doesn't do it here in the next 90 seconds and closes bullish, then we have to wait. So I don't have sell stops, but I'll be really quick with taking sells if we break the lows. It's got to be here in the next 60 seconds. Shit needs. It's dead. It's dead. Yeah, so there's not going to be any sell stops here. The 5 is going to close bullish here. Or is it 10 seconds? Yeah, it's going to close bullish right above. So it's holding for now, but this is only the 5. The 15 is still open. It's still bearish. 5 never flipped. It can make a bottom wick here. It's kind of interesting. I want to see how this makes a bottom wick because the 5 closed back in range. Where's the previous support resistance here? 2302. So let's mark that off for a second. Let's go on the 5. Yeah, it's a solid area. If it can come down there. Oh no, it already did. It bounced off this support exactly. I was going to say if it comes down here and flips bullish, we can take a buy on the 5. I don't trust it until then. I just don't think it's got enough juice. Wait on this 15 closure. 15 closes in about 4 minutes here. What a nice bounce. Right back 20 pips. These ranges are much bigger than they seem. Don't forget this 4 hour closed massively bearish. Right, so that's huge. We just started off the first 3 hours of the market open in this 4 hour candle, 260 pips for Asian session open. Right, so probably got to correct some of this. It'd be nice if we correct it up, but we need an indication of buys. It'd be lovely to call a reversal, right, and a ride back to the top, but you have to realize previous 4 hour, massively bearish, previous hourly, massively bearish, yeah, and below the range. Yeah, there's no bottom wick, but there's a bottom wick now. This hourly's created, so there is range to come down, and the previous hourly is bearish. Can't disregard that. $15 closure here in a minute and a half. You'd want it above this area if you're looking for buys. Otherwise, it's respecting this area's resistance. Need more info at that point. It's really moved here, right? This we dropped down 50 pips, came up 50 pips. Lovely candle here. All in the first 15 minutes. There's plenty of volume here. I mean, just need direction. Looks like it rejected. All right, I don't mind a doji candle here. It's kind of 230892. $15 closed bullish. Oh, it hasn't closed yet. 10 seconds. All right. So first thing we're doing is coming up making a top wick here. All right. We closed below this area. Let me look at the 30. 30 fucking looking great if it closes like this. But if we flip, I think we're filling the range down. And it really tapped where I wanted it to tap. This was the area 08.9. And maybe if it happens in this first 5 minute. Oh yeah, we're fucking, if we close above here, we're gonna come up. $30's got a bottom wick. The hourly's got a bottom wick. Previous 15's got a bottom wick, but close below the range. What up, Jay? What a pullback. What a pullback, yes. But is it breakup structure? Okay, the 5 just closed. No top wick. But that's okay if we can get a bottom wick here too. $23.0758 right to this white line. We can tap this line and flip bullish, I would take it. If we can't flip bullish on this 5, there's a chance the 15 takes us down. But we're gonna need to tap support here. We're gonna need to come down here. 2307.7 at the very least before we look for buys. Didn't tap it, huh? 15. I don't have an entry here. I'd love to. I just don't. I'm gonna wait on this 15 because and see if it leaves a top wick. This can ride up. This is heavy. I mean, that's solid here on the 5. I can't. I wanted to tap the levels that I'm expecting it to tap. Didn't quite get there. But that's solid. It's a good buy. Eddie, you survive?
No, I fucked up myself. My stop loss was maybe 8 pips lower than that, but I set it manually, and I guess I set it incorrectly. And on futures, it'll cancel out your position, and it closed. And I was
Say that again?
All right, so I entered the position without a stop loss, right? And you can't manually edit the position afterwards and set one. So you have to set the opposite position where your stop loss is. So if it hits the opposite position, it cancels out your entry. If you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right. So I think I was supposed to set a sell stop or a limit. I don't remember. I set it incorrectly.
But you can close it out beforehand, right? You can just completely close out the position.
Yeah. But I set it incorrectly. So as soon as I set the sell limit, I believe it was, it closed out my entire position right at the bottom of the range there. But my stop loss, if you go to the 5-minute, there's on the left on that drive going up.
Yeah.
A little more to the left. No, yeah, way past. No, go super far left on that drive up. There you go. See that 5-minute there? That first bearish 5-minute below that?
Uh-huh.
That's where my stop loss was, underneath that.
Oh, okay.
So I would have been. Yeah, I had a pineapple already, so I would have been in profit, but since I fucked that up, it closed me out. It would have never hit stops technically, though. User error.
User error.
Minus 1.2%. That's why you don't over risk.
Can this give us a fucking bottom wick here, or what are we doing? There's a lot of volume here where the 5 minutes just doing all this shit. It's new, it's all-time high areas, right? So, like, we gotta use the 5 here instead of the hourly because it's moving like the hourly, but it's not exactly what I want. Give me a fucking bottom wick to 2307.6. Nope. Just fuck off wicks, right? Or flip the 15 altogether. One out of two. One out of two. Shit. 4 minutes in this 15. This 15 closes like this. Bottom wick. Next 15. Or do the shit on this 5 and we Gucci. Good closure on the 5. Right? Because you got the level here. Yeah, this is your smaller time frame range here. Probably see it on the 1 here. Yeah, this will come up, fill the range if it breaks the highs. Your 5 range is here. Boom. To the top here. Boom, so it should fill at least this range. It's too late to take now. This isn't bad. Lovely. Yeah, 15, 30 closing here. Nothing. We've had these nights where it's just driving. Big ranges, right? How much is that? 20 off the rip, 18 off the rip. This one gave you 18. This push down gave you 20, 31, 32. Spread's going crazy. Yeah, my spread's jumping from 1 to 4. That's pretty wild. I need to smoke. Alright, last minute. Let's see this 30 close. You're not going to get a massive bottom wick and a drive up here. It's just... You're just going to see it push. I'd like a bottom wick. I'd like a top wick here. But we filled the range. That's it. That's our range. That's our advantage point. Okay. What can we do in the next range? Above the most recent 5. Yeah, I got nothing here. Once again, if we were above, probably off the rip, but damn, it's just gonna fill that whole fucking range, huh? Hundred pip drawdown to cash 10. Sounds about right. That sounds on point. Fucking volume. Look, this is on the 1 minute. We should be trading on the 1 minute. I don't know what the fuck we're doing with our lives. Should have taken a buy right there in the 1 minute. Fucking thing. It's just wild watching the 1 minute. Yo, what the fuck are we doing? What do you think about order flow, like footprint? I have no idea. No, nothing about that. And the next range filled, and this looks uglier and uglier. Damn, that 5 respected, huh? Well, we said it. It's going to need to retest the lows. And then we even drew this out. We just never got in anywhere. Retest the lows and then come back to 23.17 and then make another decision. You silly goose. There was no entries. But we understood the importance of tapping certain areas. But that's only the smaller time frame. Like you look at the 4 hour here, and we need to come up way higher on the 4 hour. Eventually. You're probably heading to 23, 24, 23, 23 next. Yeah, 23, 23. Just give me a pullback. Let me bounce off something. Nah, it's not gonna do nothing. It's just gonna continue. All right, 5-minute closed. 15 no bottom wick. Like, for me, like, a trade's gotta punch me in the face. It's gotta be like, here. I'm right here. Damn. Spreads are wild and volume's crazy. Fucking flip right now. I dare you. Flip right now.
Little wicks. I took buys on the 5-minute break of the highs. Is the 5-minute has no bottom wick and no top wick.
All right, here.
Based off of just having volume. No. I'm up 75 pips right now.
All right, here.
915. The 915 break of the highs.
Right
I
here.
took that entry.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was a 15. No, that was the 5 that we spoke about.
Right.
You saw about 78. Yeah. That's what I said. I said, oh, it's a bit too late right now. It looks good. Because
Yeah, you were
remember I
talking
said,
about
oh,
taking
here's the
stock.
5-minute range. If you look at the 5-minute range here, and then you're like getting a bottom wick. I was looking at bottom wick here, but I'm like, all right, 5-minute range makes sense here. It's a
Yeah,
good
I mean,
entry.
I just assumed that it was going to be a fake out. Because that 5-minute closed a little bit, closed right back, and then
That's what I'm looking for here. I was looking at the fake out here because we've just grabbed all these orders, but I'm looking to see if we get some bearish closures first, probably before sell.
Well, now I think at this point, we need to come up to the top of the range before we sell off. You know?
Yeah, we do, but you got to understand that the market doesn't just go up and down. It's got a range in this little area. Can we just grab range to range? Here, I understand it's gonna come up there eventually, grab orders, but I think before it does that, it's got to come back, correct some of this push, and then grab orders and continue up. So can we play the range game? Because it's filled, right? It's filled the major range, right? What we were looking at, 04 to 17, what we've marked up, it literally filled the entire range we marked up. Gets really tough here. This was good here, yeah. 23.10, very lovely. Yeah, if you guys got some entries over there, congrats, good job. Very nice. Paying attention.
Do you think if we close above 17.5, we fill the range from the 5-minute to 322.7?
15 and 5 minutes, 5 closing here. I might fill the range either off the rip right now to 23.20 in the next 5 minutes. In the next 5 minutes, highly likely. But if it doesn't, and you close with a top wick here on the 15, we can look to fill that range on the next 15. Personally, that might be the bottom wick for the 5. Wait, no. Personally, I think before it starts filling the ranges up, we'll come back down, grab some orders. But we'll see. Okay, the 5 closing. How about no? Closed below. But left some range. 15 still open, right? We're kind of forced to wait these 4 minutes for the 15. Let's see, will it close above? Will it close below? If it closes above, the 15 doesn't have a bottom wick. Will it drive straight through? 23.20 and then come back down? This is a lovely flip here, right? It made a bottom wick on the 5. But we've never closed above yet, so I can't trust this. Not the 5, not the 15. Came back, tapped the previous daily area. Like, it filled this whole range. I thought it was going to take a wick. It did take a wick. I thought it was going to take a week to come down here from 23.30 back down to 2300. This shit took an hour. Damn. Now how you gonna go and do that? Do that. How you gonna go and do that? Do that. Ooh, 5. See, 15 doesn't have a bottom wick, and it has a range to fill. If we can fill this range off the rip on the next 15 and flip bearish, means we have range to get down to grab orders to the bottom of the 15, and on the 5 that'll also be a bearish closure here now, and then a break of the highs, right, to fill the wick, and then a bearish flip, so that would make sense, and that would give us 30 and a chance to get some runners. But we would have to first close bearish on this 5, because that would mean we're closing below on the 15. Until then, we are here. We are here. Kenny 313. You got in? I don't know what TCQ means. I'm on the fucking 1 minute. This is crazy. Give me a break. Alright, you got your gladiator candle on the 5. 15 just cleared out the whole fucking range. 15 literally just said your mother. Should we have taken this off the rip? Small ass candles. Yeah. Probably should have because that was a 15, right? But then again, you're expecting a top wick first. So then top wick gives... It's only 9 pips to fill. Maybe if it was like a 20 pip wick. Damn. This would have been funny. I'm sitting here thinking we should sell here at the top of this wick because it's only 3 pips to the break of the highs. Let's do a 3 pip stop. That would have been funny. This shit went straight down. This is what happens when you watch the 1 minute. You get stupid ideas that come to your head because you haven't had any bearish closures. I mean, I guess it could have been solid. Buys on 15 flip. It would have to be a rebreak of the highs. And I'm not expecting just a continued drop. It can, but I want some pullback. Pull it back. Close below range here. Okay, 5 minutes closing bearish here. A rebreak of the highs on this next 5 minute off the rip, and then a flip bearish. I'll take sells, but I can't take a buy here with this 5 minute closing bearish back in range. It's got a nice wick to fill. I'd love it for it to come up here. This is tough. I know the higher time frame's flipping here, but that 5-minute close bearish back in range. I don't want this to be a fake out. But every time higher time frame, I think we can just trust the higher time frame here at this point. Then if it rebreaks all the highs, right? Which is that 25 pips. I'm looking at buys here above the previous candle high. Yeah, chat. I'm gonna get into a buy right here, right as we break the candle high. Well, once it breaks the candle high. There's a lot of volume, and with this bottom wick, I think we'll fill the range. We have there's some range left to fill, but it's got to break that high. Come on, how much range would there be? There will be. We have about 20 pips of range. Don't worry, I think it will. Almost. All right, and there we go. So we just broke the high. Got buys right here. All right, gang. Fuck. I didn't get a chance to manage anything. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna close half at 15, and the rest I'm moving to break even, and let it come up a little more, a little bit more, a little bit more. If it re-breaks the highs, I'm just gonna close full right here at 20 pips, 21 pips. I got 21 pips. So I closed full at 21 pips, gang. That's it. That's our position. See you later. How lovely. How sweet it is to be loved by you, gold. We waited 2 hours for 21 pips. Yep. I mean, that was it. That's our position for the night. I closed full because we've never yeah, it can ride up to the top of the range here, but I believe there's a chance for a fake out here. So we don't have a bottom wick. There's a chance to come down here. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. I also realized the end of the hourly is in 5 minutes. So if we leave a top wick and then we come down for a bottom wick on the next hourly, there's a chance we hit our stops. So yeah. Win number 109.
15?
What do you mean 15?
15 streak?
Oh, is it? Nice. Nice, 15. Wait, hold on. 109. Let me update. Let me update you.
That's not bad. That made me half my loss back.
Yeah, but imagine not even taking that loss, just
Yeah.
being patient enough in the beginning. That's what would set me back in my break-even days. It'd just be like, yo, there were things that are avoidable. And it's just like, why the fuck? I just wasted 3 hours, now I'm still break-even after 3 hours because of some dumb shit. And that's not to say that that was dumb shit, but overall, some things are avoidable. Oh, damn, this shit is
yeah, I agree.
running. Yo, what's going on?
Yeah, I'm up 140 pips holding full. What the fuck?
Yeah, this shit
Hell
really
yeah.
double our position. What, 21 pips is 21 pips. Properties. Buys. That's 21. And I know that might sound misleading, but it is what it is. I closed half at 11, full at 21. Actually, no, I closed half at 14 and full at 21 because it blew up at the very last second. Yeah, 14.3 and 21.1. But I put 21 because that's where I finished my final risk management. That's where everybody, I don't know, everybody's different. Like, that's misleading because you didn't get a full 21 pips. Well, fuck you then. I'm not telling you nothing, I'm just trading. I say that and everyone on here has paid to be on the session. I'm sorry. I've been an asshole this past week by holding profits and back down a loss. Yeah, that's an asshole move. Don't be an asshole. I say it all the time. Damn, son. Mateus, where you at? You might get your buys. That boy took buys, I think, off the rip, off the daily. So he held this, right? 275 pips. Damn. Cojones grandes, mi amigo. Cojones grandes. Damn. You know how they say, don't think about it, don't think about coulda, woulda, shoulda? Well, I coulda, woulda, and shoulda. Fucking hell, dude. Nah, we Gucci. I was just getting frustrated. I was getting irritated. It's not giving us anything for like this whole ride down and the whole ride out. Like, it's not giving me an entry. Only now. Like at the very end with 5 minutes to go in our session, it gave us an entry. Like look, 200 pips down, 200 pips up, nothing. So it's getting annoyed. But it's all good. The next one. Yeah, congrats everybody if you got a W tonight. Another W, Asian session. Where it shoulda, woulda, coulda, W day. I mean, what else do we do? It's 9:59. It's our session. Congratulations. What was our entry? Want to know if it would have came back. Did it ever come back to take us out, BE? No, not even the 1 minute. Look at this. We would have survived everything. Yeah, you're looking at like, what, 50 pips in profit. Very nice. Let's go watch a movie or something. Together? Alright. You got the popcorn? I ain't holding hands though. Ay. Can you host Shogun on Tuesday? Yo, I just finished watching the last episode yesterday. I watched it, so yo, next episode should be crazy. Dude told him, yo, you almost got your head chopped off. Dumbass. He said, why you carry a sword? You don't even know how to use that, motherfucker. Yeah, it's gonna get crazy. I'm also getting better at my Japanese. I'm getting better at understanding. Taking Mandarin up next. Imagine Wix 9 up in here just walking around talking Mandarin and shit. Yeah, lose your motherfucking minds. Alright, tonight's stream will be running Punjabi. Maybe I gained some followers like that, I don't know. What are we doing here, chat? Let's call it a session, let's call it a stream. It's 10 p.m. in New York. They used to be right before the 10 p.m. news when I was a kid. They used to be like on WB Network. That's what it was. And it would be like, it's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are? I'd be like, I'm right the fuck here. I am the kid. I'm 11. What are you saying? Anyway, congrats everybody on the W. Go to bed. It'll be interesting if this daily flips, or don't go to bed if it's morning for you. But if this daily flips, I mean, kind of nice because we got to play the range, and then if it flips for London and New York, it'll create new range where you don't really want to trade. But then, right, for our Asian session, right back to having range. You get your IG dubbed in Hindi Punjabi, you good? True. 250,000 viewers right away. Instant followers. Alright, chat. I think that's our session. Eddie, Hank, Javier, everybody else on the Zooms. Thank you for coming through. Congrats if you got a W. If you're on the streams, drop a like if you're on the stream side. But yeah, once this is over, I'll make it public. Yeah, Bougie, Jacob, everybody. Yeah, I'll go over whoever DM me on Discord, their names on YouTube. I'll add you to our Clubhouse Discord. Anyway, and whoever it was that had their first session today, who's here for the first time, congrats. Glad to have you with us on the live streams. Alright, gang, that's my time, and I guess just like that, another Asian session is in the books. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern. Morning should be fun. See you there.
Have a good night, brother.
Good night.
Night.